Hi, I'm Sylvia. Have you ever stepped out of bed and felt like you were walking on invisible nails? That's what plantar fasciitis does. It steals your joy of walking, limits your freedom, and slowly drains your patience, day after day. And what's worse is you try everything: expensive insoles, weird stretches, strong pills, and still nothing works. I get it. I've been there. But here's what no one talks about: most people are treating it all wrong. They waste energy, money, and time on things that only hide the pain. They never touch the root of the problem. And sometimes the real solution is surprisingly simple, natural, quiet, almost hidden. So I decided to test it myself. 5 strategies, 7 days, and the result? It completely shocked me. So if you're dealing with heel pain, that awful sting when you walk, or that sharp jolt when you get out of bed, stay with me. I'm going to show you exactly what I did and why it worked. And hey, if at any point you feel like this is helping you, check the description or the first comment. I left something there that was key in my healing journey. Maybe it'll speak to you too. Let's start from the beginning. The pain was sudden, like a knife twisting in my heel the moment I stood up. Not even coffee helped, or prayers, or massage. Plantar fasciitis had taken over my mornings. Waking up was no longer a fresh start. It was a war, a fight I didn't ask for, but had to face. And that feeling? It's more common than you think. Thousands of people deal with it every single day, but they keep it to themselves. They fake a smile at work. They slip on their shoes and pretend it's fine, but it's not fine. And if you've never felt it, you won't understand. You'll say, it's nothing, just stretch. But if you know, you know. That morning, I had enough. I wasn't going to live like this anymore. So I came up with a challenge: 5 natural remedies, 7 days, all in. And if you're going through the same thing, I left a gentle recommendation in the description and the pinned comment. Something that helped me. Maybe it can help you too. Let me tell you how it all started. Day 1. The pain was still there, and honestly, I was scared it wouldn't work. But I had my list. 5 natural remedies. The first thing I did, a warm foot soak, salt and apple cider vinegar. Simple but soothing, and more than that, it made me feel in control again. Then I added lavender oil massage and a frozen water bottle to roll under my foot. You've probably heard of that trick, but here's the thing: when done with care, it works. I did it in the morning and at night. It became a ritual, a moment of care, just for me, and that mattered more than I expected. I also started wearing supportive sneakers all day, even inside the house. No more barefoot, no more floppy slippers. That's what makes plantar fasciitis worse. And these little changes, they were already making a difference. But before I tell you which remedy had the biggest impact, I want to hear from you. Have you tried anything natural for plantar fasciitis? Did it work? Or are you still looking for relief? Let me know in the comments. Now, let me tell you what happened on day 3. Day 3 surprised me. I added just one new thing. Before I even got out of bed, I stretched my foot. Using a towel, I gently pulled my toes toward me. Only 30 seconds. And guess what? The pain wasn't there. That awful sting I always felt in the mornings, it was gone completely. It was the first real sign that something was changing. And yet most people ignore this because it sounds too simple. But simple doesn't mean weak. With plantar fasciitis, consistency is what matters. That little stretch, less than 2 minutes a day, it changed how I walked. It changed how I felt about the pain. It gave me hope. and with less pain, everything else got better: sleep, energy, my mood. But of course, the road wasn't perfect. There were still mistakes I didn't see coming. Even with progress, I hit a wall. Some habits were quietly slowing me down, like walking barefoot at home. It felt nice, but it was hurting me. I switched to sneakers indoors. Instant improvement. Then I made another mistake. I pushed too hard on the stretches. I thought more was better, but instead, I just made the pain worse. That's when I realized plantar fasciitis doesn't want intensity. It wants balance, gentleness, and the biggest one, sitting too long. I'd sit for hours, then try to stand, and boom, pain. So I started getting up every 40 minutes, even just to walk around a bit. Small changes, big results. And all of that led me to the final day, day 7. I stepped out of bed, expecting the pain, but it didn't come. Just a bit of pressure, no stabbing, no sting. It felt like my body was saying, "We're healing." And it was 7 days of focus, of care, and my body responded. What shocked me the most, not just the relief, but the way my entire life felt lighter. I slept better, I moved easier, I smiled more. That's what healing really looks like. And all of that, no pills, no injections, just simple actions done with love. That's why I'm sharing this with you, to remind you that relief is real, and maybe what worked for me could work for you too. It's there in the description and pinned comment. So let me ask you something. How many times have you ignored your pain, hoping it would just go away? What if, instead of waiting for a miracle, you became the miracle? Plantar fasciitis doesn't have to control you. Your body wants to heal, but it needs your help. Now, what are you doing today that your future self will thank you for? Are you listening to your body or just pushing through? Tell me in the comments, what's your biggest struggle with plantar fasciitis? I want to know so I can help you more in the next video. And if this video helped you even a little, tap like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. Share it with someone who's always in pain. It might be the beginning of their healing too. And if you want to go deeper in your journey, there's something I left just for you in the description and pinned comment. It was key in my recovery. Maybe it'll be key in yours too.